Hi guys, I'm back. I am starting a fall reading vlog. I have been in the worst reading slump, reading funk ever. I only read 3 books in the month of September, and that is just unacceptable for me. So we're going to just do a reading vlog where I have a lot of flexibility on what I read, because I have so many other reading vlogs where I have very specific books that I'm reading for that, and that's just what's getting me in this reading slump. I need to have some flexibility and just read whatever I want, but we're still gonna try to keep it very fall vibes and fall-ish books. So let's just get started. I have a book that I'm really excited to read. I think I just showed it in the video that went up. I actually don't know when this is going up, but the last book haul that I did on this channel, I showed this book and it's been circulating a lot and I'm really curious to read it. That is The 7-Year Slip by Ashley Puston. This is the same author that wrote The Romantics, and I never read that. I do own that book, so if I like this one I'm probably gonna read the other one. But this is just like a romance book and it's giving the movie called The Lake House. I don't know why. Every single time I hear someone talk about this book, I just remember that movie and I really want to get into it. I need a little bit of a romance palette cleanser because I have been reading a lot of fantasy books and I read Manacled, which took me forever, and I just need something a little bit more fluffy. So we're gonna be reading this starting right now and I'm actually really excited. I think this is only like 300 pages, 320 pages, and that's just like unheard of for me right now because I've been reading books that are literally over 500 pages. So super excited to start this. So let's just set the vibes and start reading. I didn't know this book was set in New York, and I have been just craving a New York setting book so much. I'm so excited. I feel like I wanted to annotate a book in so long, but the first chapter, the writing style is already gonna really get to me. It's like full. I'm gonna read you guys the first quote because it's just stunning. It says, "My aunt used to say if you don't fit in, fool everyone until you do." She also said to keep your passport renewed, to pair red wines with meats and whites with everything else, to find work that is fulfilling to your heart as well as your head, to never forget to fall in love whenever you can find it, because love is nothing if not a matter of timing, and to chase the moon. Always chase the moon. It's getting me out of my reading slump in a way I wasn't even expecting. I'm already on page 34. I can't remember the last time I could read 30 pages without getting on my phone because this book is so good so far. And I have this playlist on Spotify. I don't know if you can see. The vibes are vibing. I just need a fall candle.
I guess I really don't know what Christmas is all about.
Good morning. I think I literally forgot to tell you guys what the book was about, so let's just talk a little bit. I just woke up, as you can probably tell. But this book, I'm reading it up. I'm almost on page 100. So it's about this girl who used to have this really close relationship with her aunt who passed away, and her aunt left her apartment, told her that her apartment was full of magic. And then she walks into the apartment one day and finds this guy there that she's never seen before and realizes that everything is set to 7 years in the past. And so far I have tabbed this book so freaking much. It's such a quotable book. I am so excited to finish it. I think I'm definitely gonna read The Romantics in the fall because I'm just obsessed with her writing style. It's so beautiful. So yeah, let's just get reading again. I'm so excited for it. I feel like this video at this point it's either a fall reading vlog or me trying to get out of a reading slump because I'm like back in it, even though I thought that the 7-year slip was gonna be what was gonna get me out of it because I was really enjoying that. It's not happening, so let's just recap and see what we're gonna read next. I went on a really quick Target run yesterday and I ended up of course acquiring a book because, you know, if I go to Target, I feel like they have the cheapest books after Amazon, and I don't know, I just had to check out the book section even though I didn't go in there for that at all. So let's just do a quick little recap. I started reading The 7-Year Slip by Ashley Puston I got to page 118. I love the writing style. I do have to say though that once the romance was introduced, I'm kind of bored, so I'm not really like shipping them together, and that could be a bad thing because it is a romance book. So I'm still gonna finish it because if I get over 100 pages in a book, I just have to finish it. And the book that we ended up getting at Target was Yours Truly by Abby Jimenez. I was not a huge fan of Part of Your World. I think it's probably one of my most criticized books on this channel, if I'm totally honest with you. I ended up giving that book like 2.5 out of 5 stars or 3 stars. It was like one of my lowest rated books ever, even though the Happy Ever After playlist was a 5-star for me, which is really contradictory because one of her books was my highest rated one, and then the other one was probably my lowest rated one, if that makes any sense. So I was kind of skeptical because this is supposed to be, I think, the sequel of Part of Your World, but they can be read as standalones too. So I ended up getting this one because I do want to give it a chance, because I do like her writing style, and the reason why I didn't give that other book a 1 star was because of the writing style, and she really knows how to set the vibe. Episode 1, I don't really know what it's about. I do think it's about one of the characters from Part of Your World that really gets mentioned in there, so I'm excited to give this one a chance, and I'll update you guys when I start reading it. But yeah, that's where we're at. It's still a far reading vlog. We're still gonna try to set the vibes even though it's like 80 degrees outside. Not 80, it's like almost 100 degrees outside today. So that's what we're doing.
I can tell you what Christmas is all about.
Chestnuts roasting, Jack Frost nipping at your nose. So I'm offering this simple phrase.
I finished a book for the first time in a long time. I feel like that was like literally one of the only good things about reading this book. I wasn't a huge fan of the FMC. Once again, I don't like her FMCs. I feel like for the age of the FMCs in her books, they should be a little bit more mature. And I feel like her FMCs are always super immature and clueless. This girl didn't know, this woman didn't know that the guy was in love with her for like 95% of the book. And that was just so unrealistic to me. I gave it 3 out of 5 stars. I liked it. I didn't hate it or love it. I don't know. I literally just finished it like a second ago, so I'm trying to have everything fresh in my brain. I feel like I need a fantasy book to palette cleanse myself from this. I don't think I'll be picking up another romance book in a while. I do want to finish 7 Year Slip, but after that I think I'm done. But I am gonna read a fantasy book. I need a fantasy book right this second. I feel like I would recommend this book to people if they want a little bit of a lighter read. There are heavier topics, but it's not that deep. One of my favorite things about it was probably how detailed his relationship with anxiety is, and I like that about it. I like the male character. I didn't like the FMC. Once again, in her books, I like the male character more than the FMC, and that like never happens to me in romance books. I swear to God, it never happens to me. But yeah, I need some food, that's for sure. So I'm gonna show you guys the book that I'm gonna read next, and then we're probably going to do an update when I actually start reading it. Raven Boys, which is a shorter, I think this is a science fiction book, or we're going to read this one I've never heard anything about. It's called Onyx and Ivory. I'm leaning more towards this one. Need a little bit of more of a fairy tale, like sort of like Heartless, which is one of my favorite books. So this is what I'm probably gonna be reading next, so stay tuned for this fall reading vlog. So this video took a little bit of a turn. I was trying to pick some fall reads, just some fall vibe books, and I landed on starting Mural Glass. I'm probably gonna regret this because then I'm not gonna want to read anything else until I make a dent in the series. Got a really good looking coffee I've got a really good looking coffee this morning. It's like a coconut brown sugar oat milk shaken espresso latte situation. It's a mouthful, but I'm reading this. There's that.
I can tell you what Christmas is all about.
this fall reading vlog is off to not, I mean, it's not even the start, but we're actually gonna go to Barnes & Noble's. I'm going to put on some makeup, we're gonna get a coffee, we're gonna set the vibes. It's actually super gloomy outside, so it's just like perfect for this kind of video. So we're just gonna do it because we only have read 2 books, so we have to add some stuff to make this a cozy fall reading vlog. I want to show you the cozy Queen Bailey. She seems like that.
Jack Frost nipping at your nose. So I'm offering a sample phrase. Although it's been said many times, many ways, Merry Christmas. It's been said many times, many ways, Merry Christmas.
That's what Christmas is all about.
So I actually forgot my camera when I went to Barnes & Noble's. I'm doing the broken speech thing. Let's just recap. If you've seen the TikTok, you know. I forgot my camera when I went to Barnes & Noble, so if you see that the quality is a little bit different on the other clips, that's why. Just gonna do a recap, okay? This was supposed to be, I mean, it kind of was a fall reading vlog, but I only read 2 books and I only documented the journey of reading one of them. So the first book that we read was Yours Truly by Abby Jimenez. This was like 3 stars for effort. I wasn't a huge fan. I went into detail about why I didn't like this book, but I just really didn't like the FMC. I feel like she writes the exact same book in a different font, and I'm kind of tired of it, so I think I'll be picking up one of her books anytime soon. But this was the only book that I documented the entire journey of, and we read Throne of Glass, even though I didn't really say anything about it, but I gave this one 5 out of 5 stars. If you know, you know. I'm not even gonna say what it's about. And then I feel like the first book that I started documenting that I was reading was A 7-Year Slip. This one is actually gonna be my book club's pick for the month of November. But I'm gonna finish this eventually. I got to page 118. I was really hooked, and then I hit a little bit of a slump. I don't think it was the book's fault. I just wasn't really feeling a romance, or like, this is pretty much like a woman's fiction. But I finished this, so I can't really give you any thoughts about it, the situation that went down in this video. And then I wanted to do a quick, just like random haul. I ended up ordering 2 bags from this thrifting website because I wanted some nice bags, but I didn't want to break the bank. This one, the condition is not like the greatest, but it's pretty good condition. I just have to be careful with it. This is a Tommy Hilfiger bag. It's kind of giving Goyer bag vibes. It's from the ThredUp website. This is not sponsored. I'm kind of obsessed with the details of this bag. And then this one I'm really obsessed with. It's just like a Y2K Coach bag, and then it has all this like really cool charms. I don't know if you can tell right there, but yeah, it's like super cute. Little fashion haul for you guys. So I did get 2 books at Barnes. I didn't get 3, but one of them, I don't know, it was kind of overpriced for the condition of the book, so I decided to just leave it there. But I did get 2 books, so I ended up being a good girl and I purchased a book that's part of a series that I'm actually reading right now. This is Assassin's Blade by Sarah J Maas. I'm not gonna read this third, so after I'm done with Crown at Midnight, I'm gonna read this one. I've seen so many different orders in which you can read the series, but this is how I'm gonna do it. So I'm just gonna read this one third, and then I'm not even gonna read the description. I just feel like it's kind of a waste because it could spoil some stuff for you guys if you guys haven't read the series. And then I've seen this book a few times. I don't think I've seen enough of it, but this author called Bridget Kemmerer, I don't know how you say that, has a lot of fantasy books that have been kind of circulating a lot lately, but this one was the one that kind of got my attention. And yes, this will mean that I'm gonna start probably a whole other fantasy series. I'm just gonna read you guys the description real quick. It says, fall in love, break the curse. Cursed to repeat the autumn of his 18th year, Prince Ran of Emerfall thought he could be saved easily if a girl fell for him. So this is kind of like a Beauty and the Beast retelling. It's kind of giving that vibe. But that was before he turned into a vicious beast and destroyed his castle, his family, and every last shred of hope. So yeah, this is a little bit of a... it's giving that vibe. But yeah, I'm kind of interested. The font's pretty big, so I feel like I could get through this super quick. But that's pretty much all I have for you guys. Finally, I feel like this is like super overdone right now, but go ahead and start the Throne of Glass series. I am not disappointed at all. But yeah, that's all I have for you guys. Thank you for sticking around for this fall reading vlog, fall bookish video, and I'll see you guys on the next video. Don't forget to subscribe button, and yeah, stick around if you want to.